Hi, this is Mike Walter. You know, for years I've written in trade publications and given seminars at DJ Expos all about how to begin, grow, and maintain your DJ company. If you haven't visited my website, I invite you to do so now. You'll find me at www.djmikewalter.com. While you're there, you can read and subscribe to my blog, order my book, Running Your Multi-Op, and check out my complete staff training program that is available on DVD with an accompanying CD-ROM. I also offer one-on-one business consultations and staff training sessions. You'll find all that and more at www.djmikewalter.com. Hi, this is Mike Walter, and you are listening to the DJ Idea Sharing Podcast Network.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. It's Mike Fernino, and you're listening to another episode of the DJ Idea Sharing Podcast Network Archive. What seems like a very long time ago now, Mobile Beat Magazine held a very different type of DJ convention. It was held out in the sticks of a very small community called Sturbridge, Massachusetts, a quaint and even colonial community where you feel like you're stepping back in time. The event was called Camp Mobile Beat, and the theme was a summer retreat from the everyday rigmarole of a hectic DJ's schedule. Now, at the show, we set up our podcast equipment right on the trade show floor and had the opportunity to speak with many of the participating vendors. In this episode of The Archive, we speak with an extremely articulate man who knows quite a bit about his product. He speaks about a piece of equipment that I believe has single-handedly made a huge contribution to our industry. In fact, I've never seen a speaker system garnish so much attention, passion, and controversy as the Bose L1 system. Cap is an authorized dealer and is an expert in the product. At the time of this interview, the Bose system was rather new to our DJ industry, and I think anyone who listens will get a real big kick out of Cap's responses when asked about the product. Much of this interview is still very relevant, so I felt it certainly was worthy of a refresh here on our podcast. It's time to put on your thinking caps with one of the real cerebral members of our DJ community. Here's my Bose interview with the one and only Cap Capello on The Archive.
Mike Fernino back live from the show floor at Camp Mobile Beat. We grabbed Mr. Cap Capello and we dragged him over here to the booth for a second. And Cap is very well known for his insight and his experience on contracts, and he did a fantastic contract seminar for us yesterday, and we thank you very much for that.
It was my pleasure.
We are not going to talk about contracts today.
That's my pleasure, too.
And we are going to talk about what is a very hot item right now in the DJ community, the Bose, otherwise known as the Sticks, the L1, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, it's called the L1 family of products, of which there are currently 3 versions. There's the Model Classic, which anyone who purchased their system prior to, let's say, March of this year has the Classic. Then there's the new Model L1, which is almost identical in nature to the Classic, with a few things removed from it that was never utilized. And then there is the new Model Classic, Model 2, I beg your pardon, of which I know nothing about.
He's honest, too.
Well, it is a new concept. It's a line array system, but it's articulated. It has a new base to it. Parent company Bose is saying that it is an ideal DJ system, at least on paper and prima facie, from what I've read in the specs and so on and so forth, that it may be lacking in that function somewhat. But school's out. Till I have a hands-on experience, I'm not ready to comment on it.
It's a very, very hot item because DJs are claiming not only aesthetically does it not take up space, it's unique, it's exotic, but sound-wise, the sound is uniform throughout the entire room. It's dynamic, But for the table of older people that are seated right in front of the DJ, there's not the traditional problems as a conventional system. Would that be correct?
That's an excellent assessment. I can really boil this down with really a challenge, and that is, no matter how or what kind of style DJing, mobile DJing someone does, think about every facility that you play in and its acoustical boundaries, tall ceilings, the composition of the walls, the composition of the floors. Think about the times that you've been situated as a mobile DJ in a corner 30 feet from the dance floor with 10 tables of 5 people each in front of you. All of these nightmare situations that we constantly face are eliminated. Think about it, eliminated. No longer, if you're stuck in a corner with 5 tables of blue hairs in front of you, do you need to be concerned? They're not going to complain. I realize that for some of the folks who may be listening in that it's a long stretch of the imagination, but those who have been watching the forums over the past 2 years have seen the negativity that was first exemplified towards the Bose L1 system is now completely turned around. And it is also obvious now that those previous owners who experimented with the system and found them less than favorable now realize that they may have set it up wrong.
So it's more about reading the directions.
Actually, the directions are worse than anything.
Okay.
It really doesn't tell a user what to do. Part of the service is I provide the clients, being a sponsor on Pro DJ and our DJ chat, my commitment to customer service as an independent ad rep. I'm a career mobile disc jockey first, foremost, and always will be. My commitment is to the industry and the people in it. Secondarily, Bose is, frankly, a nice avocation. When someone makes their purchase from me, when they get the system delivered to their house, they're instructed to take it out of the box, set it up, plug nothing in, nothing. Then give me a call and we will spend a minimum of 1 hour and I will take you through your system with your mixing board and your media. We'll gain stage it, we'll get it set up perfectly, we'll help you with troubleshooting procedures. By the time that you are done with our conversation, you'll know as much as I do. And it only takes an hour to learn as much as I do.
So essentially, the 2 years that you've had this for a
3
year?
years now.
3 years.
Yes, sir.
So all of your trial and error, you're going to allow the purchaser the opportunity to avoid all of the errors, and you're going to give them all of that insight now. And it's pretty much just going to take about an hour or so.
The whole purpose, the system comes with a 45-day guarantee return. If for any reason someone does not like the system, you've got 45 days to return it, and you get all of your money back. What I find is that if you know how to use this piece of equipment properly before the first time you hit the road, you're going to love it. And there's no way it's going to be sent back. But if someone doesn't tell you exactly how to match the system to your equipment, to your mixing board, to your media choice, then there is a propensity of a mistake. And of course, the first thing anybody blames is the sound system, not their own failings.
What is the science behind the operation of this unit? What makes this unit project the sound everywhere throughout the room uniformly and evenly?
In basic form, without getting overly technical, it is a line array system. Each one of the towers or the radiators has 24 drivers in it. The drivers are all pushing the same volume of air as one large speaker would, only it's doing in smaller segments. Therefore, you are still picking up an SPL level at a particular distance, but it's non-invasive. And also because instead of having just one huge driver, it has the 24 smaller ones, it's less fatiguing on the ear. Therefore, after a 4-hour performance using the L1 system, your ears, A, are not ringing, B, are not fatigued. The same applies to the audience. People enjoy dancing more to the L1 because they don't get tired of hearing the speakers. I'm not talking about the musical content.
Yeah.
They don't get tired of hearing the speaker.
Listener fatigue.
Exactly.
And
it's eliminated with the L1.
And speaking of fatigue, I would surmise it's also less fatiguing on the back.
Well, yeah, it's portable.
What's the weight on those?
The heaviest piece is the power stand. The power stand is what houses the I/O panel. That's the input-out panel. It has 4 separate inputs. There's 2 XLRs, 2 quarter-inch phonos. You could actually use an L1 without a mixing board. You would take your output from your laptop, plug it into channel 3 and 4, take a microphone, chug it into channel 1, take another microphone, plug it into channel 2, and go. So you can actually do a ceremony, a cocktail hour, or a small family party and not even need a mixing board.
Nice.
That power stand weighs 35 pounds. That's the heaviest piece.
That's pretty good. And I know as far as size, for the DJ that works with a minivan or station wagon style vehicle, this is going to fit in just about any area that you're going to have, even a small car.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a funny story. We had a gentleman purchase a system today, purchased a dual 2 sticks, 4 B1s. That's the recommended size system, what we call the dual L1 double bass package for his wife. I said, your wife DJs? No. Because this is so lightweight, she is now in charge of doing my setups and breakdowns.
Oh,
so
my.
he's going to DJ, and his wife is going to do the roadie.
Nice deal there. Nice.
Well, hey, whatever gets you through your storm.
I've been reading a lot of the posts because this has been fairly fascinating to me, and I've been trying to learn more about what DJs think of this product. I think one of the only areas now that I'm finding there's a knock on this is the actual subwoofer system. That's been, from what I've heard, the knock on this system. It's not going to produce the real thunderous bass. Question A, the 4 modules, what do you think of the bass? Question B, could a DJ use a different subwoofer cabinet from a different manufacturer in concert with the L1 sticks?
Let me address your first question. If anyone is out there and their modus operandi of DJ world is to produce the type of bass that will blow a toupee off at 30 yards, that the whole concept is to see if they can puncture wounds into the chest, don't buy this system. It will not produce that type of bass. It is not designed to do that. As I've been explaining to the wonderful people who have been coming by the booth, and we've been chatting and demoing it all day today, it's been phenomenal, is to demonstrate the bass as it would be in a flat scenario. And the response of the people here said, well, that sounds great to me. And I tell them it's flat. Now, there are 3 presets on the power stand. There's 0-0, which is flat. Preset, by the way, is kind of like a plug-in, software plug-in. If you go to preset 57, you will pick up a 1.5 dB gain on the bass, as well as a 1.5 dB gain on the high end. For those of you who aren't following this, it's very simple. It's a smiley face on an EQ. That works very well at low volume, but the minute you bring the volume of the L1 up, you get the thunderous bass you're looking for, but the high-end dB gain turns the radiators into a horn, and that's what we're trying to avoid in the first place, the cavity-shattering horn. Preset 58 was Bose's response to the cry for bass. You plug in preset 58, and it is between a +3 and a +6 dB gain bass only. And as we hit the +6 the guests here who are into the back of the Honda Civic type of bass went, oh yeah, baby, there it is. Oh yeah, there it is. That's what we were wondering. So yeah, it's there, but it's personal preference as well. It's provided if, your second question, if someone would like to use a powered sub from another manufacturer, yes, you can. It is recommended, however, that you go to the powered sub first and then feed your XLR out of the back of your powered sub into the power stand.
Okay. Even if it's crossed over from the sub?
That's ideal where you want to pick up your No. Yes.
Yes. And what do you recommend as the crossover rate if you had the opportunity to preset it yourself? 100, 125?
120.
120.
120.
Ideal.
Yep. So then what you're doing is you're picking up your 120 down to 40 on your powered sub, and the cylindrical radiators are going to handle the 180 up to about 12,000 hertz.
I've noticed a lot of the high-end DJs are now using this system, and they are marketing it. I've never seen DJs market equipment, at least anything recently, like the phenomenon that I'm seeing right now. I've had DJs swear to me that they booked weddings at a bridal show specifically because they had the Bose L1 system right there on display, and brides were very attracted to the very slim exotic cabinet and the whole concept, the Bose name, which is synonymous with excellence. So, a little comment on that.
That is a loaded question.
I'm good with those.
Watch Cap walk the plank, folks. Do we sell our equipment? No, I don't think we really sell the equipment. But if we have something that is different and unique and provides a benefit to the client, to ignore it, even if it is equipment, is frankly idiotic. The low profile, the look of the L1s is one that is very attractive, not necessarily to clients, but to banquet halls who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting the decor of their banquet hall perfect, and then to have someone come in with these monstrosities on sticks with wires dangling all over the place. Now, I'm not saying that anybody who has a speaker on a stick has dangling wires. All I'm saying is if you show the large speaker on a stick and lay another picture of the L1 alongside of it and say, which would you prefer? Let the client make the choice if you've made the right decision. Am I selling my equipment or am I selling a look? And you're selling a look. The sound is what we care about. The look is what they care about.
Now, to wrap things up, Cap, how can the listeners get in contact with you if they have interest? And what's the price point on these? I know they're a little on the pricey side.
It depends. It depends on what you consider as pricey. The cost of the system, that would be 2 sticks, 4 bass pins, and if Bose is listening, I just called them sticks. I'm a dead man. 2 L1 systems with double bass each is $43.69. There are 2 financing programs that are 0% interest for a year. If someone makes their purchase, you're going to have it at your doorstep the following day, assuming you get to me before 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What was your other question?
How would the listeners be able to get in contact with you if they are interested in a little bit more information or actually to purchase the product?
Okay. I am a sponsor on Pro DJ, so all they need to do is just go onto the Pro DJ forum, and you'll find my name on it. Do a search under Bose. You'll find me defending it every day. Also, our DJ chat, I'm a sponsor there. Or they can give me a call. My telephone number is, nobody's going to write this down, but I'll say it anyway because that's what we do. 518-399-7451. Now, for those of you who go, wait, I got to get a pen. We're waiting. You got it? Okay. It's 518-399-7451. My website is www.imadj.com. You can get my phone number there. No, you cannot email me from my website. That eliminated tire kickers completely. Oh, that's another topic.
Cap, there's a ton of topics we could talk about, but I wanted to talk about this one. I really appreciate if you took a minute to come over and speak with us. It was a pleasure having you speak with us yesterday at DJ Idea Sharing, and continued success, my friend.
Thank you so much. It's been my delight, and continued success with the growth of this program.
Thank you.
We'll see you at number 13.
Well, we don't know if we're going to call it 13, but we'll just say the next one.
You got to call it 14.
There
13 is unlucky.
Forget 13. And you are listening live at Camp Mobile Beat. I'm Mike Fernino. This is the DJ Idea Sharing Podcast Network.